composition. A lot of it is going to depend on that execution in the top lane for Rascal. If he gets ahead, I feel like the game just ends at that point because there's no coming back from that. But if he goes even and a lot of the rest of the game is kind of split, the objective fights are good for Gen G, then I feel like, you know, they're still going to be in a good place. I feel like for, you know, the opposite side of things for Live Sandbox, they really need to push an early lead and get a tempo advantage or they're going to fall off super hard.
Yeah, and I also think that Rascal might need some help towards the top side as well, so it's not necessarily the greatest opportunity to pick up Akali. It is Rascal's Akali, right, which is why we're excited, but still can be a little bit dangerous in the matchup, especially with Croco if he's going to be focusing top side. But we'll just have to see how it goes. I think that as far as like how everything works together, Sandbox have put themselves together a really nice composition, but there's certainly so much comfort coming out of Gen G, and Gen G do like to play around that and can be very scary when they're all just happy with the champions they have. Gets banned a lot here in Korea.
Yeah, something that we were seeing him play support into was a lot of all that thought.
Yep, Croco coming on in here, looking for BDD. Flawless is going to turn up. Not sure whether he's too late or not, but it looks like he's on time. Croco just turns back, boops him. No Ragnarok available for Flawless. And no Crash is going to go down. Croco thinking about stopping Flawless from taking this Drake right now. I don't think there's too much vision, actually, and Croco and Effort, both of them looking for BDD, still has Flash available, as there's the Emperor's Divide, and Croco can't get over it, of course. Effort comes on in with the Flash, but BDD has a Flash of his own, and he'll make it out. So, they do get BDD's Flash, but they do need one in order to trade for it.
Yeah, and they also give the Drake over, as well as a turret plate in the bottom lane. So through, he's got a lot of disruption, right? He's really good at those early skirmishes, but if he doesn't, you know, you're going to have a big problem.
Croco has a big problem himself as Heroic Entrance is going to come through, but Effort maybe regrets that decision. BDD, Emperor's Divide onto 2. Croco going to be chased down by the Olaf. Rascal might be delivered the kill, and he is. Shockwave not going to find any joy at all as Fate comes on in, but now Rascal's here as well, gets the second of the perfect execution, and Effort gets taken down, conquered by the sands of BDD. Now Summit, yeah, it looks like his world is ending as he's just going to leave. Top lane at the same time, Rascal still hasn't gone back yet as he throws out the ultimate, looking for some extra damage onto Summit. The Ignite already down. We'll see whether the perfect execution is going to land. It doesn't, as the backflip also goes wide, and Summit is able to walk away with his life. Nice. And this is the Gen G that we got used to in their first few games. They've since gotten worse, but now Undertow's flying on forward. Flawless, though, decides that he doesn't want to fight this. As teleports coming through from our top lane, as there's the Shockwave onto 4 members, but Summit is just eviscerated. BDD off to the side, looks for the Emperor's Divide, but doesn't get it onto Croco, who flashes his way out. I think I rhymed by accident there, but that's okay, as there's the flash forward on the Justice Punch. BDD, once again, flashing away from the Gargoyle.
They are going to rush over to contest this. This could be a disaster for Live Sandbox. The collapse comes through.
Yep, we got the Zenith Blade to come down here as well. Solar Flare is flashed out of there by Fate. Shockwave picks up one of them. BDD makes his way back. Definitely a high-value target as Emperor's Divide doesn't do too much. Now Rascal finds himself between a rock and a hard place, but Croco is going to bite the dust first. Taken down by Flawless, is now Shirley continuing to get frustrated within this one. Rascal quite low. Summit deciding he wants to take matters into his own hands. Not sure whether it's the greatest move as life comes on over, and Summit's just going to be smited. And Shirley will join the Gen G fold.
Yeah, the Emperor's Divide, too, is going to get so much value out of this Drake. I mean, they have 2 amazing ults for engage. As Rascal just has no fear here. He probably should.
Yeah, might have wanted a bit more fear than that. Does, of course, have the ultimate available as old Justice Punch doesn't connect. Summit looking to get over the wall. Remember, this is the perfect game, Rascal. Don't play with our hearts like this. As he's going to make it out. Teleport available, and the Drake has been started. They can't lose this either. If you make this a 50-50 and lose the Drake, I'm going to be very upset, Gen G.
So anti-hype.
They are looking to fight it. Yep, teleport coming through from Rascal. He's seeing whether he can do it, seeing whether they can get this fight. His life flashes on forward. Shuriken backflip doesn't connect. The Drake is taken by Gen G, and BDD locks down the Gargoyle. And look at Flawless just obliterating the backline. Shockwave does absolutely nothing. Summit trying to be a hero. Life goes down. No! The perfect game is over as Croco is now going to be the next target. Gen G still going to win this game. You got to take what you can get, right, guys? As Flawless should be able to find an undertow. No, it's an Udyr, remember? So maybe you'll just... No, Reckless Swing, never mind.
Starting Baron, they're not, actually, in fact. So Live Sandbox is kind of doing a little ringer on the rosy.
Oh, no. You're
He's got
saying
his
what
Banshee
you want.
Veil. But no.
But he's still mega dead. It's like...
This game is getting...
toggles the vision off as well so that we all get terrified. It might even get Baron over to them as well.
Yeah. This game is
real
just sad,
dicey.
Atlas. We didn't even get the perfect game.
That's what I'm sad about. As a 6,000.6k gold leaders, BDD puts up the wall. I think that was intentional, actually, just to make sure that it works like a Weaver's wall, and that guarantees the Baron. So for any of you throwing Keck W's in the chat, I would stop as in goes Effort, looks for the taunt, but only finds it onto Flawless, who doesn't get taunted. He's going to grab the kill onto the Gargoyle first up. That's a one-man shockwave, but immediately Rascal gets back in. Perfect execution, gets an afterthought Samira kill, and Croco's now trying to run away. Life, can he actually get the stun onto the Udyr? That's the question, as there's a Shuriken backflip, and Summit will be the next in line. Life goes golden just to taunt the man in the Live Sandbox top lane. That's your Omen ace, and that should be the game. And everything is now Life going in once again. Croco just going to wander his way out. Infernal Chains mean absolutely nothing. That's a dead Summit. I would be more excited about it, but it feels like there's an air of inevitability right now for Gen G as Effort tries to run away. Rascal underneath this inner turret. You've got Udyr still running, giving some thumbs up, but it's not a thumbs up towards a victory. It's a thumbs up to get me into game number 2. I'm done with this one.
BDD going deep.
Yeah, there's the Empress Divide. Special delivery on the Orianna. She gets a shockwave, but it's not going to really do too much as Leo. Oh, the last couple of feathers from Ruler. Cool guys don't look at explosions either now as Croco looking for the Xayah, but I don't think he really wants to find it. Maybe settle on the fountain at this point in time and just wait before that game number 2 rolls around as perfect execution out from Rascal. Wants to be able to take down Croco here. Gets onto the fountain, grabs the kill, goes golden, and that will be the ace for Gen G. Heroic effort. The only death for Rascal was on his terms this game. Flawless as well. Phenomenal performance, and this is the Gen G reinvigorated.
In terms of its CC right now, that's why we're seeing it in the LCK. Damage.
Yeah, and let's have a look at this damage graph. Yeah, exactly right. Azir doing a lot of work, but as well as Ruler and Rascal, just everyone on Gen G participating. What feels like a whole lot more than that on the side of Live Sandbox. We were talking about Summit a lot during that game, and you can see he was trying his little heart out, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. And once again, it's another Samira game where she does about a quarter of the damage of her lane opposition, and it's not feeling great.
Yeah, and the Udyr as well. These are 2 tempo-based champions that really need to get online early and find value, especially at Samira at either 6 or at the Immortal Shield Bow level, or that power spike.
Yeah.
If you don't... The Camille, right, and the Renekton. But going back to a slower pick like the Ornn here, similar to the Sion pick he lost with just a few days prior, I'm not worried about that, especially because the matchup here is against Summit, it is against Live Sandbox, but I feel like when you look at the composition of Gen G, it feels very similar to the previous game, where as long as they don't fall too far behind, they have so many tools in the late game to engage. They have insane frontline. Like, how will Kai'Sa ever be in danger even for a second in this game with the Jarvan, Azir, Pantheon, Ornn? Like, it feels like a comp that is just too safe to fail the later the game goes on. So again, I think Live Sandbox need to be proactive early.
We'll see whether they can as we hop onto the Rift for game number 2. Is you hover your mouse over the enemy champion, whichever one you want. As I'm going to get interrupted. Grand Entrance does come down. That's actually decent damage onto Ruler there. As Life, there's the E. Flashes, grabs the knock-up. Not sure whether that was necessary, but they do get the flash out of Leo and the exhaust out of Effort. Not bad stuff.
No, this is going to make it so much easier for Life to actually play forward with no exhaust there. He's not done.
Yeah, another one. I don't know whether the passive was back up again. That would have done a decent amount of damage there to Leo, but still, do you know what Life's going to do? I'm going to go back to my point, okay?
Yeah, go
what
for
you
it.
do is you hover your mouse over enemy champion, put down the E button, and then you get first blood. It's so easy. As Ruler's going to pick up that kill with the Acathian Rain, grabs himself the Siege minion as well.
Previous one had to play against T1 is he's such an aggressive roaming support, but when you're losing lane this hard and you're getting dominated this hard, like, you can't find anything.
I like this. Wait for Life to use his E. Sidesteps the Grand Entrance very nicely, but he's still going to die. Takes a little while, and Ruler's able to offer a lot of damage back, but still, they grab it. Will keep himself alive, gets a slight shield from that W. And now the Ornn horn has been sounded. Does get a couple of knockups here, as in goes Flawless. finds the man drop as Summit's going to flash out of the way of the searing charge.
The previous skirmish, and now they're just trying to reapproach this. But BDD, oh, he misses.
No. Yeah, doesn't get the Emperor's Divide whatsoever. Has to flash, get himself out of the way. Great double knock up. There's the Cataclysm. The stopwatch is available for life, but I have a feeling he's going to be falling down regardless. 4 members, a little too many for just one Jarvan to deal with, and that is going to be Eye the Herald over to Croco.
Team fight ends in that moment. It's just clean up, but he misses. And now BDD again in trouble.
Yep, the full punishment. Tries to shift some sands to get out of the way as Fate. Tanking up that turret for a while, but he's got a stopwatch. Twisted Fate to be this far in the lead as far as the lane. That's fantastic work. And now, destinies like this can happen. As he's going to jump forward, Ruler immediately cleanses, and Fate may have bit off more than he can chew. Immediately afterwards, Ruler gets out with the Killer Instinct and Flawless. Locks down the kill, but Ruler's going the wrong direction. Grand Entrance avoided, but I still think he's in a bit more trouble than he wants to be. There's the Supercharge. Buys a lot of time, but he's still dead.
As this is looking like a Live Sandbox streak. Second one of the game. Genji cannot engage here. They're too slow. They're going to look for Summit.
Yeah, there's the flash forward. Not going to get knocked up as there's the on-horn, and it looks like Rascal should be able to grab him. There we go. Can't dash far enough as the shield is set up, and Flawless is going to help Rascal grab that kill. Seconds before that Infernal comes down, and Wolf, you're right about it being important. The Destiny is going to come down, and Fate, he's just going to use it to reposition. A teleport comes on forward, and now the Destiny not giving the vision that they wanted. Rascal, we'll see when this on-horn is going to sound, as immediately Flawless is just evacuated from Summoner's Rift. Effort also has to leave. Does get to hold on to his life, but will need to go back home. As Croco's taken half of his health bar from the Dragon alone, I believe, as here's the on-horn finally. Life goes in. Nice double knock up there from the on as Ruler supercharging. Basically unhindered in the backline. Just does it all pretty much by himself. Locks down Leo, and this is exactly what we were talking about. Flawless makes his way back into the fight, and now they're able to take down this dragon very comfortably. Just enough time bought. Beautifully done by Genji.
Yeah, really well.
We do still have another ornament to give over, level 15 for Rascal, so Typhoon should be coming in relatively soon.
There we go.
As in goes Life once again. Leo's the one that's put in the baby cage this time as Effort. He's in a lot of trouble as well. Rascal finds the flank. Beautiful aim on the ram, as now Summit was like, maybe I'll go in, and then he's like, maybe not, and then back in with the World Ender, but he's stunned up, gets a huge shield, as Rule is just standing in the front line, and now Olaf, thinking that he's tanky, is absolutely not. Life gets away from Fate, and Rascal does not care about Fate's damage whatsoever. Ruler picks it up with a Void Seeker in the end, and now Fate finds himself as the last man standing. Genji, they were down in gold. Another ornament to give over as that ceaseless hunger comes through.
Fate's gonna have to Destiny for a flank. He's so late. Here he comes.
Yep, Summit gets over the wall as well. In goes Fate with his Proto Belt. Cataclysm set up on the back side. And now Leo's just going to be taken down. Ruler gets in with the Killer Instinct. Emperor's Divide onto Summit, who tries to get out of the way and does keep himself alive for a little while, but it's a double kill for Ruler. And now he's chasing after Croco as well. Make it a Quadra as he's looking for the Penta onto Fate. Fate will get out of the way, though, and will deny Ruler his rightful Penta. As, yes, Kaiser's broken, but Ruler's also pretty good. As now Life looking for a possible opportunity. Rascal inside the Cataclysm. Who's stuck in where with who is the question, as Leo up into the Featherstorm, trying to stay alive in the backline. Some low health bars on Genji, but the Blade Caller not good enough. Effort gonna get a knock up there onto BDD, who flashes out, shifts some sands. Good knock up from Rascal as well as Ruler, continuing to free hit on the backline, but now gonna be moved out of the way. Fate threatening with the gold card, and they will be able to lock down 3 kills and now Live Sandbox.
And that was a bit weird, as Ruler's gonna come over here by himself and look for another. He's like, oh, I didn't get the Penta last time, I'm coming for it this time. Look at the damage.
Yeah, he has a lot of damage here as Ruler will get stunned up.
BDD.
USS. There's the Emperor's Divide you were looking for. Will Killer Instinct right into the backline, flashes over, and this is why he held on to it. They wanted to get it 2 versus 4, and Genji now looking to try and crush this game. Going in 2 versus 5, but it was in fact 2 versus 5 at that instance. As Summit taking a lot of damage, Searing Charge gets the knock up, as Rascal's pretty big in that backline, and now Flawless man dropping in to try and get some damage down, but now finds himself kind of lonely. There's the on-horn though. Effort actually going to avoid it for the minute. as Pantheon picks up the kill onto the Zyre, and now Leo finds himself in that death chamber once again. Inhibitor will be going down. We'll see whether Gen G just try and push for the win right here.
Looks like it. Ruler is just playing so well. He's playing out of his mind. He's going to get away here, no problem. And I think they've just got too much damage.
Yeah, Ruler just going into his supercharge whenever he needs to. That Nexus turret not going to be long for the world as now Killer Instinct comes in. That's a double kill instantly. Summit going to go down as well, and the Nexus will follow. Gen G, a decisive 2-0 in the end. We even saw Cloud9 doing that earlier today, very earlier today, I guess yesterday for a lot of us. But, you know, the way they utilized it in that Game 5 was also absolutely fantastic. And it just wasn't on the table for Live Sandbox because they had to play by Gen G's rules.
I mean, look at the damage output for Ruler and for BDD. BDD actually out-damages Ruler, if you can believe that. Like, I had to, like, rub my eyes for a second to check to make sure that was actually the case.